Chickens, as we know them, weren't always clucking around farms. Thousands of years ago, their story began in the jungles of Southeast Asia. Wild jungle fowl, ancestors of today's chickens, were first domesticated there. People initially kept them for cockfighting, not food. Over time, people realized these birds offered more than just entertainment. Eggs provided a steady food source. Meat, while not the primary reason, was a welcome bonus. As people migrated, they carried chickens with them. Chickens spread across Asia, then to Europe, Africa, and eventually the Americas. For centuries, chickens were a fixture in backyards and farms. They lived alongside other livestock, scratching for food and providing eggs and the occasional meal. This type of farming, small-scale and integrated, remained the norm for millennia. Chickens provided sustenance, but were rarely the star of the show. That all changed as agriculture industrialized and the demand for cheap, abundant protein soared. The 20th century ushered in an era of unprecedented change in food production. This transformation dramatically impacted how chickens were raised and consumed. As cities grew and populations boomed, the demand for food, especially protein, skyrocketed. Traditional farming methods couldn't keep up. Enter the era of industrial agriculture. Large-scale operations focused on efficiency and profit became the norm. Chickens, with their quick growth rates and relatively low feed requirements, were perfectly suited for this new system. And so began chicken's ascent to the top of the global meat chain. What was once a local, small-scale food source transformed into a global commodity. This shift from barnyard birds to mass-produced poultry had profound implications, impacting everything from animal welfare to the environment. The rise of industrial poultry farming is a story of efficiency, scale, and the relentless pursuit of lower costs. Confined animal feeding operations, or CAFOs, became the dominant model for raising chickens. Thousands of birds are housed together in large, climate-controlled barns. This system, while efficient at producing large quantities of chicken quickly, raised significant concerns. Animal welfare advocates criticized the crowded, stressful conditions. Environmentalists pointed to the pollution generated by massive amounts of poultry waste. Despite these concerns, the industrial poultry model flourished. It provided an affordable, readily available source of protein for a growing world. The success of this system relied heavily on technological advancements that optimized every aspect of chicken production. The modern chicken is a marvel of science and selective breeding. Over decades, poultry scientists have developed breeds that grow faster, resist diseases, and convert feed into meat more efficiently. These advancements have played a crucial role in chicken's dominance in the global meat market. Technology goes beyond breeding. Automated feeding systems, climate-controlled barns, and sophisticated disease management protocols maximize output while minimizing costs. These innovations have made chicken an affordable protein source for billions worldwide. However, these advancements haven't come without consequences. The reliance on antibiotics in industrial poultry production has fueled concerns about antibiotic resistance. The environmental impact of large-scale poultry farming, particularly waste management and water usage, remains a significant challenge. Section 5, a bird for every: budget, economics, and accessibility of chicken. Chicken's affordability is a key factor in its global popularity. Compared to other types of meat like beef or pork, chicken is generally less expensive to produce. This lower production cost translates to lower prices for consumers. In many parts of the world, chicken is the most accessible and affordable animal protein source. This affordability has made chicken a staple in the diets of billions, particularly in developing countries experiencing rapid population growth and urbanization. The economic factors driving chicken consumption cannot be overstated. As incomes rise in developing nations, so does the demand for animal protein. Chicken, with its affordability and versatility, is often the protein of choice. Section 6. Beyond the drumstick, cultural and culinary factors driving consumption. Chicken's appeal extends beyond its affordability. It's a versatile meat, adaptable to countless cuisines and cooking methods. From fried chicken to curries to stews, chicken is a blank canvas for culinary creativity. This culinary versatility has undoubtedly contributed to its global acceptance. In many cultures, chicken plays a significant role in traditional dishes and celebrations. For example, in many Asian cultures, chicken is often featured in celebratory meals and symbolizes good luck and prosperity. Religious and cultural factors also play a role. Chicken is often considered a neutral meat, acceptable across various religious and cultural dietary restrictions. This broad acceptance has further cemented chicken's place as a global food staple. Section 7. A global appetite, chicken's reign in the world of meat. Chicken consumption has been on a steady upward trajectory for decades. Globally, chicken has surpassed pork as the most consumed meat. This trend is projected to continue, with chicken consumption expected to outpace all other meat sources in the coming years. Several factors contribute to this trend, including population growth, rising incomes, urbanization, and the relative affordability of chicken. Developing countries in particular are driving this growth. As these nations experience rapid economic development and urbanization, their populations are demanding more protein. Chicken, with its affordability and accessibility, is well positioned to meet this growing need. Section 8. The pecking order, chicken. Compared to other meat sources, the rise of chicken has come at the expense of other meat sources, particularly beef. Beef production, with its high environmental footprint and relatively high cost, faces growing scrutiny. Consumers are increasingly aware of the environmental impact of their food choices. Chicken, with its lower environmental footprint compared to beef, is often seen as a more sustainable option. This perception has contributed to chicken's growing popularity, particularly among environmentally conscious consumers. The shift in consumer preferences, coupled with the economic and production advantages of chicken, has reshaped the global meat landscape. Section 9. The clock stops here. Challenges facing the global poultry industry. Despite its dominance, the poultry industry faces significant challenges. Animal welfare concerns, environmental sustainability, and the threat of disease outbreaks loom large. Consumers are increasingly demanding ethically sourced food produced with minimal environmental impact. The industry must adapt to these changing consumer preferences while addressing concerns about antibiotic use and waste management. Disease outbreaks such as avian influenza pose a constant threat to the global poultry industry. The industry must remain vigilant in implementing biosecurity measures to prevent and control outbreaks. The future of the poultry industry depends on its ability to address these challenges while continuing to provide an affordable and sustainable protein source for a growing global population.